Hi everybody, I'm here to report on yesterday's great 4-2 win against Dundee United at Ibrox. But before I get down to the nitty-gritty of the actual game, I'm going to start for once with the referee, because with 6 games left and us top of the league, maybe temporarily, every game and every referee is going to be vital. And you know what I've always said? There's 5 top anti-Jers referees, and you can be sure every one of our games will feature at least one of them once. So we need to really put the pressure on them. Don't let them get away with things. Like yesterday with the referee, John Beaton, Cardinal Beaton, was an absolute disgrace again. Not for the first time, obviously. Celtic fans call him Cheating Beaton because they think he's a Rangers fan. Now, if this guy's a Rangers fan, I'm Brad Pitt. I mean, he's never done us any favours in any game I can remember. And yesterday was just so typical. I mean, I'll just pick out a few. The first booking of the match, only one until about, I think, 30 minutes left when he booked a Dundee United player for the first time. First one was Asgard. The Dundee United guy and Asgard, eyes on the ball, up in the air, jump up. Both have got their arms up. The arms actually are side by side, and Asgard's arm actually bounces off. Didn't even bounce off, just touches the top of the United guy's shoulder. Guy goes down, rolling about in agony, holding his face. Out comes the yellow card as soon as he can reach his pocket for it. Absolute disgrace. Even at the time, I thought that was a nonsense. I've since watched the Rangers TV 90 minutes back, and it's even worse. And by the way, a shout out for Maurice Ross on Rangers TV. The number of times when a referee made a decision and he's saying things like, "Oh, John, no, John, don't be silly, John," and then for that incident, he's saying he's at it. The guy's at it. After about 2 minutes treatment, in inverted commas, he got up and walked away. So he was at it, and the referee fell for it. I mean, just nonsense. Another one was Mikey Moore. We're 2-0 up at the time. Mikey Moore gets past a couple of guys. He should pass it out to Sterling. He delays passing it to let the guy come in inverted commas, tackle him, and from there they score their first goal. And when I saw that back on TV, at the time I thought it was a foul, and when I saw it back on TV, it was a foul. The guy didn't get the ball. He just bundled into the back of Mikey Moore's legs, and from there on, it was an attack that ended up in a goal. So well done, John Beaton, for that. Number of times a Rangers player turned his man to race away from him, only to be bundled over or fouled, wrestled to the ground. Foul, no yellow card. I mean, 2 yellow cards they got in the second half, and that was it. Absolute disgrace. It really was. It was just one thing after another. It was a great moment. I think it was nothing each maybe at the time, but 15 minutes in, Butland passes it out to the wing, and the Dundee United guy just clatters into, I think it was Sterling, yeah, it was, clatters into him, puts him up in the air. It's a foul and a yellow card. I watched Beaton. He's waving, play on, just play on, give us the advantage. And I'm thinking, he's not going, no matter how this attack ends, he's not going to go back and book that guy. Not only that, when the ball went forward, I think it was Olsen got it, he was put up in the air as well. A guy slid in on him. That was another foul. No, we didn't get either. They actually mounted a counter-attack from that situation. The whole stadium was booing this guy, this referee. No wonder. I mean, 2 fouls that were absolute fouls. First one was definitely a yellow card. Nothing. He didn't even give us a foul. That's how bad this guy is, referee is. So we don't want to see him again in the final 6 games, because it'll be even worse when the pressure's really on. So anyhow, that's him. No wonder Celtic fans don't have a high opinion of him, but they think we do. So if you're listening in, Celtic fans, we hate him just as much as you. So anyhow, game, good win, great playing parts, good passages of play, lapses as well. Dundee United played well, they defended well, they counter-attacked well with speed, getting behind us, causing threats every so often. So it was a nervy game at times. We were in the lead, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, and then 4-2 right at the end. So it wasn't a comfortable game from that point of view. And in fact, to show you how precarious it can all be, As Jimmy Greaves used to say, it's a funny old game. We're 3-2 up. Their guy heads it down. I think Butland's got it covered because it goes beyond his fingers and hits off the base of the post. And then Magoma just puts it away. That could have been 3 each. And 1 minute later, we score the 4th goal to finish the game as a contest. So that's how close things can be. That's how precarious a lead can be when it's only 1 goal. So we got away with that one there. But we played well in phases. Asgard had a better game, I think, than most people credited him for, because it was his great run and shot, which the goalkeeper parried. Instead of parrying it over the bar or past the post, he just parried it up in the air. And when it came down, there was Nadiri to tap it into the empty net. So well done him. So that got us into the lead. Second goal, Asgard crossed the ball into the box. Useless Skov Olsen. He does a kind of weak header just straight ahead of him. It's not going anywhere. But it went straight to Sterling, who headed it further towards the goal, and it hit off a defender. I don't know if the goalkeeper tried to save it or whatever, but it was in the net, and then Nadiri made sure it was in the net, although it would have been adjudged a goal anyhow. So 2-0 up, and then 2-1 once the referee lets them away with a foul. The guy gets the ball, runs up the middle, big Chukwani. He's got to do the sensible thing. He's running a yard behind the guy for about 40 yards. Just take him out, just foul him. At least slide in and tackle him. Don't just run behind him for 40 yards. And then when the guy passes it to the eventual scorer, he's 1-on-1 with Suter. Not something we ever want to see. And he just shifts to his right. And as soon as he does that, you know it's in the net because he shoots for the far post. I thought Butland should have maybe saved it. He got a hand to it, but it still went in the net. So a poor goal to lose all round. I mean, not just one person failing there. Moore should have passed it before he was fouled. Chukwani should have taken the guy out. Suter shouldn't have let the guy turn in on his right. And obviously the goalkeeper might have saved it. So just a terrible goal to lose. And then, so you go in 2-1 at half time. Thankfully, we got third early on in the second half. That was a good move. A nice bit of play inside the box. Short, sharp passing between Gassama, Chukwani, back to Gassama, and then his low ball across into the box. There was Asgard, of all people, getting to it first and just prodding it into the net. That's the kind of goal we don't score often enough, either because the ball doesn't go into that area or whoever should be there is never there just to prod it into the net. So 3-1 up again. We've won, that's fine, blah, blah, blah. And then we're attacking, comes from our half, a long ball up into their half. Asgard kind of slips. They get possession. 2 or 3 passes later, who was it? Chukwani missed a tackle. The guy kept going. Suter missed a tackle. The guy passes it out to the right. Magoma misses a tackle, and the guy who's on the ball just squares it into the box, and it's an easy finish for the scorer. So suddenly it's 3-2. So absolute disgrace. We ended up getting the 4th goal thanks to a nice move, a nice break. Chermiti ended up putting it there for Miovski, the sub, to fire it in from about, 20 yards. So we did get our 4th eventually, but it should have been all over long before then. I mean, Chermiti missed a sitter when it was, 3-1, right through in goal, just a goal to beat. Hits it straight to the goalkeeper, hits off his legs, goes to safety. Chermiti actually had 3 like that, where he was right through, hits it straight to the goalkeeper. And in fact, the first time it came back to him, and he had an easy task just to put it into the net, but unluckily the defender came sliding in, putting everything into it and blocked his return shot, and it went away to a corner. And then his last effort like that, where it hit off the goalkeeper, came back out right to Tavernier. He takes a touch and then blasts it miles over the bar. So even the rebounds should have been in the net, never mind the initial shots. So Chermiti missed, I would say, 3 sitters in that game. Moore missed one where he hit the ball right at the goalkeeper from 7-8 yards away. Somebody else, can't remember, somebody else missed one as well like that. So we had plenty of chances. I think we had 10 shots on target. So that should have been a comfortable victory rather than having to wait until 5 minutes from the end to be 4-2 up. So anyhow, top of the league, good victory. If we can go into the split, no worse off. It'll make it really exciting in the last 5 games of the season. Just let's hope Romans plays some part in the split, especially the big games at Tynecastle and Parkhead, and that way Who knows, we might even come away with a league title at the end of it. But I don't know if our nerves can take games like yesterday when we're giving up too many threatening opportunities for the opposition. So let's see what happens next week at Falkirk. That's not going to be easy, but a win and we really will be flying.